Well, you're looking at this right now and thinking, okay, Rachel, this is this beautiful orb of that lovely sugared icing that we're seeing here and chocolate and caramel, but this is something that is really special and distinctive. I want you to consider yourself flying across the pond because this brand, these are milk chocolate, milk sea salt caramel truffles from a brand that's called, and I want to make sure that I get this right, Charbonnel et Walker. And it's a brand that was established almost 150 years ago, and it is one that we are thrilled to be able to bring to you. It's exclusive to us in this 20 count, comes in this beautiful box, and by the way, there is going to be a live stream tomorrow from the Charbonnel et Walker store in Britain, and that's really excited. But I want to welcome in Jennifer Moxham. So nice to see you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to QVC.
Thanks for having me.
I would love for you to talk to us about the history of Charbonnel et Walker, and actually you say it better than I do. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
No, you said it perfectly. You said it perfectly. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay,
so Charbonnel et Walker, this is the UK's oldest fine chocolate. Yeah. So it was founded in 1875. So it's actually going to be our 150-year anniversary next year. Yes. Founded by two women.
Two women!
Two
Yay!
women!
Women-owned business! Woo, woo, woo. Okay. In 1875, that's gobsmacking.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Right, yeah.
Yes. So Madame Charbonnel, she was a famous Parisian chocolatier, and Miss Walker was very well known for her exquisite packaging.
Yeah.
And Edward VI, sorry, who was Prince of Wales at the time, he invited Madame Charbonnel to come and join Miss Walker and have a gorgeous chocolate business in London, and we have been on the same street actually ever since.
The same street, and where is your store now on that street?
It's in Mayfair in London.
It's in Mayfair in London. Okay,
yes.
So we're getting 20 of these. Describe for us what each one of these is, because I feel like it's just this magical, delicious orb. What's on the outside, first of all?
So that's icing sugar.
Icing sugar. So I love that it gives that extra kind of kick when you're taking a bite of these, and these are already cut for me, so I'm gonna bring this up. And then on the inside, I know that we were talking to our food stylists and so many of our chefs here, and they were like, this caramel is outrageous. So tell us what's inside.
So apparently it's actually a secret recipe that I'm not privy to.
Right, exactly. I can't tell you, otherwise I'd have to kill you. It's one of those.
One of those.
Yeah.
So it's a silky smooth caramel.
Yeah.
So it's made with, we have a lot of cocoa butter, which is in with the chocolate, which gives it that creamy taste. And obviously a lot of butter that we use in Europe is very different to a North American butter.
And
so
then,
it's generally creamier.
Yes.
You know, what we feed our cows is a little bit different. So the cocoa butter and then the silky smooth caramel, which is infused with sea salt in it, gives it that sea salt, that salty, delicious, milky, sweet flavor. So it's a great combination that just will melt in your mouth at the same time.
And here's what immediately I'm noticing is that look at how much chocolate there is. So tell us about this chocolate as well, because when you look at a chocolate shell, right, most of the time you'd have like a little bit of chocolate and then you'd have a caramel. But this, the proportion, it's nice and generous with that chocolate shell. Tell us about your chocolate.
So our chocolate, so we do something, we get our cocoa beans from the Ivory Coast, and which makes it more creamy. So it's the same as like a lot of chocolate that's used in Belgium.
Yes.
And then the actual chocolate, so we use like a thick shell, and the chocolate itself, we use we spend a lot of time conching. It's something called conching the chocolate, which is where you melt and mix it all together over time. So we spend longer doing that, which gives it that creamy, thick flavor and texture. So
every one of us is going to get 20 of these. They come in this double-decker box, so we're looking right now at some next to some tea. That would be perfect, right? So if it happens to be some beautiful tea forte tea or your favorite herbal tea, they come in 2 layers, right?
Yes.
So you'll get 10, each one of them in this lovely little cup, and then another 10 will be underneath, coming in this box that, by the way, when you're talking about bringing something and giving somebody something that's distinctive, Charbonnel et Walker, you look at that and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, is that a brand that came from Britain? And you can say, yes, women started chocolatier almost 150 years ago, still viable, still going strong, still being that distinctive, that elegant, that, you know, we all have those folks in our life that kind of money is no object to them, and so you're kind of wondering what to get, you're thinking, okay, what do I get for the boss? You know, what do I get for that executive gift? What might I be getting for my maid of honor when I'm getting married? I'm getting something that is beautiful and elegant and distinctive, and says the like the treat of the holiday, which is chocolate. You said that few people always have a wonder, and they wonder what is a truffle. Let's go back to what is a truffle.
Yes, people say to me a lot, they say, but what is a truffle though? Because they think about, you know, the mushroom truffles that you get or the truffles on the pasta that you get.
Right.
But a truffle is, all it is a ball of milk chocolate and a something inside, like a caramel, or sometimes we have like a whiskey or like a alcohol flavoring inside. So it's just like a ball with something inside of it that's like a different consistency.
Yeah, I love it. And then so we've got the caramel and the chocolate. Do you have lots of different flavors of these truffles?
We do.
Yeah, you do.
We do. You can find us.
Go ahead.
You can find us on charbonnelchocolates.com, or we are also on Instagram, Charbonnel USA, and Facebook.
And is this the quintessential one though? This is the one.
This is one of our top two flavors, but we have pink champagne as well, which is, I would say, is probably
another one.
Oh, it's between these two, which is you know, it really swings and roundabouts as to what sells better. But pink champagne, we have whiskey truffles, we have we actually were the chocolatier for James Bond 007.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And honestly, elegant, they're delicious. They're outrageously good and tasty. The caramel is just, one went away because they're little orbs. They just run away. Oh, it really is that treat that if you're looking for giving something elegant and elevated, this is that moment. I love it. Think about it with some champagne.
With some champagne, with
the
tea,
red wine.
With red wine,
with
with everything. It's so delicious and great for sharing. Or if you're a pig like me, then maybe not, because I eat half of it myself.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. There is going to be a live stream tomorrow from your store, which is where?
Yes, it's in Old Bond Street in London.
In London.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you so much for having me.
And 132787. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Rachel, who I found